Hello everyone, my name is Asyrafchazz and welcome back to yet another One Piece card game video, and today we're going to talk about the black cards coming to OP-04. So really excited about it. There's a lot of interesting cards in black for sure, but I do think that it's a little bit geared towards more of the Dressrosa route. So if you're planning to play Rebecca as your leader, these cards will be really good. So let's just jump in, talk about all the black cards. If you want to see the other colors, there is a playlist in the description below. But other than that, let's just jump in to the black cards in OP-04. Starting with IDEO or EDO. 2 cost 2000 power, counter 1000 with blocker. Simple enough. Dressrosa. For black, I don't think they usually get any 1 cost blockers, but they do get 2 cost blockers. So this a staple because it's a blocker. So let's move on to Oimo and Kashi. 6 cost 8000 power with counter 1000. Giant World Government. That's cool that it has a World Government tag there, but it's a 6 cost 8000 power vanilla. Definitely can be played if you want to for black. So let's move on to Olympus. 4 cost 5000 power, counter 1000, part of the Dressrosa and Yonta Maria fleet, so that's cool. Activate main once per turn, give up to one of your opponent's characters -4 during this turn, then trash 2 cards from the top of your deck. Then KO up to one of your Dressrosa type characters. So that last line kind of makes it, oh man, maybe if there's like a search, let's see the other Dressrosa type cards first, then you could potentially play Olympus because it is giving something -4, though there are other characters that do it like on attack, and it does fuel your trash because black for Dressrosa, they want you to fuel your trash cards for Monkey D. Luffy, essentially the super rare in black. But yeah, this could be played depending on whether you want to use it or not, but I do think there are better slots that you can easily just replace this with the super rare Kuzan, though this will be a good budget option in my opinion. But it does come with a lot of stipulations, and if you do need the trash 2 cards from the top of your deck clause, then you do need to play Olympus. So we have to see whether this will be a playable card or not. In my opinion, it does do what black wants it to do in Dressrosa. Then yeah, KOing one of your Dressrosa type characters, whether or not that will be good, we'll see the rest of the effects, whether there's something that benefits from it. It does fuel your trash that way as well, I guess, in that sense. Next up, we got GEEK. 1 cost 1000 power, counter 2000. So immediately you know it's a playable card with counter 2000. On play, up to one of your Dressrosa type characters can also attack active characters during this turn. So you can use it in a pinch if you want to, just on play something can attack an active character. But other than that, you can use it as a 2k counter, so definitely playable. Next up, we got Cavendish, 5 cost 6000 power. With Dawn 1, this character can also attack active characters. This is good when you pair it with the stage card that we're going to talk about later on. When attacking, you may rest your leader, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with cost of 1 or less. So goodbye Zoro or Searches. Then trash 2 cards from the top of your deck. So it does what you want it to do with Dressrosa. You want to fuel your trash for Luffy, for other card effects, and also it can potentially get rid of something that costs 1 or less. So it does a lot of great things. Cavendish, definitely a playable card, and you can attack active characters in combination with the stage card that we're going to take a look at later on. Makes it a powerful card indeed. Alright, next up we got Kairos. 3 cost 5000 power, and his ability is if this character would be KO'd, you may rest your leader or one Corridor Coliseum instead. On play, if your leader is Rebecca, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 1 or less, then trash 1 card from the top of your deck. Kairos is a strong card for the whole Dressrosa strategy for sure. It is a very sticky threat because if this will be KO'd, rest your leader. If this will be KO'd, rest the Coliseum instead. Then your opponent has to essentially try and KO it at least 3 times, or at least, 3 times for it to go through. So it's a very sticky threat, and you can KO something that's cost 1 or less, so that's quite good as well. And with black, you can Dawn minus something, like you can give something -4, -5, and then bam, Kairos KO. I think Kairos is a really playable card. I think it might even be a staple slot for sure for early attackers. So Kairos, definitely really good for black. And next up we got Sabo. 5 cost 6000 power with counter 1000 with blocker, and on play, none of your characters can be KO'd by effects until the start of your next turn. Then draw 2 cards and trash 2 cards from your hand. I went in depth with Sabo in a previous video, but I do think that Sabo is an extremely powerful card. being able to draw 2 and trash 2 alone is makes it a staple card for black. And then the fact that you pair it with none of your characters can be KO'd by effects until the start of your next turn makes it an even better card and makes it even more of a staple. And then the fact that throw a blocker on there, make it good. There you go. It's definitely, if you're playing Dressrosa, 4 times Sabo is definitely what you need. Next, we got Stasi, 2 cost, 3000 power, part of the CP0. So hopefully we get some CP0 type cards in the future as well. On play, look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, play up to 1 character of a type including CP other than Stasi and a cost of 2 or less, then trash the rest. Is it with a cost of 2 or less? If it's with the cost of 2 or less, then doesn't make it super powerful. I don't really see the payoff with Stasi just yet. Yeah, if it's a cost of 2 or less, maybe less so. Maybe a translation error for this one. But yeah, I think in the future there will be a payoff for this card. So it's just like it's just sleeping right now. So it may be good in the future. Doesn't have any counters though. So but it's essentially a mini searcher for black for the CP series. So there you go. Next we got Sulaiman. 3 cards, 4000 power with counter 1000. On play, when attacking, if your leader has the Dressrosa type, give up to one of your opponent's characters -2 cost during this turn, then trash 1 card from the top of your deck. This could be playable. This could be a card that you can slot in because it's on play and when attacking, and then it fuels the trash like you want to. So Sulaiman, decent card, playable card for sure. Next we got Chin Jiao, 5 cost, 6000 power with counter 1000. Dawn 1, when this character battles and KOs your opponent's character, draw 2 cards and trash 2 cards from your hand. This could be a really good card for black. Of course, you do need to battle and KO the opponent's character, so your opponent can just counter out of the attack. But if you get it, if it goes through, like you attack something that's only 2000 power or something, you can draw 2 and trash 2. I think that's really quite good. So it depends. Well, depending on whether you want to slot this in, you could play it if you want to. If not, you don't have to. But I do think it's a playable card. Next up, we got Trafalgar Law, 5 cost, 7000 power with counter 1000. This is on the pack artwork as well. I was very, very disappointed that it was just the vanilla. I wish it got a really, really cool effect, but maybe we got too many Trafalgar Laws out there. I don't know. But you can use this in conjunction in a black-green issue list with Corazon for it to not be able to be KO'd by effects. So that could be good as well. But yeah, 5 cost, 7000 vanilla. People always tend to play it as well. So, and the artwork is really nice. I wish it was an alternate art. Next, we got Hajruddin, 6 cost, 7000 power with counter 1000. Activate main, you may rest your leader, give up to one of your opponent's characters -4 cost during this turn. This is a really good card, definitely playable, could potentially be a staple for black decks because Rebecca ain't attacking, but you want to kind of balance it out, whether you want to save it for Kairos ability or you want to use it for Hajruddin's ability. That remains to be seen. Also, banger for artwork, God Usopp actually sneaks his way into the set, even though it's just a little bit sprinkle of God Usopp. It's over there, so there you go. And next is Bartholomew, 100%. This is a staple card. 3 cost, 3000 power. It's a blocker with counter 2000. Need I say more? Need I say more, fam? Great card. Staple, moving on. To Monkey D. Luffy, this character, 7 cost, 7000 power. This character can also attack active characters, so really quite good. We don't need to put Dawn on Luffy. Activate main once per turn. You may return 7 cards from your trash to the bottom of your deck in any order. Set this character as active, then this character will not become active in your next refresh phase. There's a lot of cool things you can do with Luffy, because you can attack twice essentially. Like we'll take a look at some other event cards later on. This is a combo that was made by Noah, and really powerful card. But also with the ability, it does require you to fuel cards into your trash. Though it's only 7, you can definitely get there with all the other effects that we've seen beforehand. So Luffy, staple, definitely a really powerful card in Dressrosa. This is essentially this is your payoff. Next, we got Leo, 1 cost, 2000 power with counter 1000. You may rest your one leader. If your leader has Dressrosa type, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 1 or less, then trash 2 cards from the top of your deck. This could be playable if you need to. It is a cute artwork after all, and if your opponent, if the metagame diverges into that, you need to deal with 1 cost characters, you can. Oh, but also black reduces the cost of stuff into to 1, so you can use this in conjunction with that. And then it's a removal straight up. So yeah, I definitely think this is playable for sure. Leo could be good. Yeah, let's move on to Rebecca. 1 cost, 2000 power with counter 1000. On play, look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 Dressrosa type card other than Rebecca and add it to your hand. Then trash the rest. This is a staple. This not only lets you search the top 3 cards of your deck, it also fuels your trash. So yeah, Rebecca definitely a must play in this Dressrosa Rebecca type strategy, so that's really quite good. And then next up we got Gomu Gomu no King Kong Gun. Main, up to 1 Dressrosa type character gains plus 6000 power during this turn. Then if you have 15 or more cards in your trash, this character gains double attack during this turn. A trigger ability is draw 3 cards and trash 2 cards from your hand. So the combo is essentially, if you have 15 or more cards in your trash, you can give Luffy plus 6000 power. So it's essentially, it's a 13,000 beater. And then if you put like the rest of your dons on it, that's a 20k beater. Yeah, 20,000. And then you can attack, double attack for 20k. And if your opponent can't counter it, that goes 2 of your life. If your opponent has only 2 life left, this is an instant KO, provided they don't have enough counters. So yeah, your opponent has 2 cards left in their life. You put 7 dons onto Luffy, you use this card to give it plus 6k, so it's a 20k attacker. And if you have 15 cards of your deck, it's a double attack, so you get rid of the last 2 life, then you use Luffy's ability, you return 7 cards from your trash to the bottom of your deck, and then you make it active again, and then you attack again with 20k. Boom. Easy win. There you go. I mean, like, that's the combo right there. It's like 20k, bada bing, bada boom, done. You're dead. Yeah, I've seen this being played. I've seen this being played on the same. You can check out Noah's Twitter for the video. This could be the one-hit KO type move. It takes quite a bit to set up, but once you set it up, your opponent's dead. Provided they don't have. I mean, if they can counter against 20k, they probably deserve the win or so. But if not, it's hard. Like, this is a straight up boom. You're dead. I love this card. Though it does take up quite a bit of a slot in your deck building, but it's a very cool card indeed. Next we got Trueno Bastardo. 4 cost event card. Main, choose up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less and KO it. If you have 15 or more cards in your trash, choose up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 6 or less instead of a character with a cost of 4 or less. Then trigger abilities, you may arrest your leader, KO up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less. This could be playable. Depending on how fast you want to fuel the trash, you can always use it early to KO something that's 4 or less, or you can use it a bit later in the game to KO something that's 6 or less. It's a straight up removal as well, so I think it definitely has a place in the metagame, so definitely a playable card. Next up is Barrier. 1 cost event counter, up to 1 of your leader or character gains plus 2k during this battle. Then if you have 15 or more cards in your trash, that card gains an additional plus 2k power during this battle. Trigger ability is draw 2 cards and trash 1 card from your hand. This is a Radical Beam in black. This is why I think Dressrosa cards really need to focus on trashing cards from the deck just to get to that 15. Turns on Barrier, turns on Trueno Bastardo, turns on Gomu Gomu no King Kong Gun. There you go. It's powerful. This is a powerful event card for sure. Definitely a staple for Dressrosa. Actually, not really that only for Dressrosa. If you can use it in like marine black cards, as long as you have 15 or more cards, you can get the additional effect. So it's gonna be trickier, of course, for the marines. But other than that, yeah, Barrier. Hell yeah, let's go. And last but not least, for black, we got Corridor Coliseum, the stage card of the Dressrosa Dreams, a 1 cost stage card. If your leader has a Dressrosa type, your Dressrosa type characters can attack characters on the turn in which they are played. This is a strong stage card for sure. Every single card that you play can attack your opponent's rested characters or can attack characters, and some has the attack, and you know, like Cavendish and Luffy has the clause that they can attack active characters on the turn that they are played. So that works really well with it. And also Kairos benefits from Corridor Coliseum as well. So that's also really quite good. I love the potential that Dressrosa has in the meta game right now. I think they have a lot of really powerful cards and a really cool strategy. I think if you're leaning towards Dressrosa type cards, this could be a great addition to your your decks. And yeah, I really quite like it for sure. Corrida Colosseum, definitely a staple for black Dressrosa type decks. So there you go. Alright, so that's it. Every single black card from OP-04. We got one more color left, and it's the color that I'm most excited about. It's none other than yellow, coming in the next video. So thank you so much for watching this far. If you made it this far, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.